Alright, what is up everyone? I'm Oblivio of I'm a Video, and this video is specifically for MPC for YouTube. He had some questions about the multiplayer in Assassin's Creed 4, so I thought I would give it a shot, answer as many of his questions as I could in the order in which he asks them, and hopefully that will clear up any confusion that he happens to have. So let's start with using the compass and finding your target. So if you will notice, right now you have the portrait and the compass. The portrait is used to determine what your target looks like. If you have multiples, you can cycle through those by hitting up and down on the D-pad. The compass is shown by the small little donut right at the bottom of your screen, and the shaded portion is the direction in which you're going to find your target. As you get closer, that gets bigger. So we're going to move in the direction of the shaded area on that donut.
Your objective is to reach your targets, then kill them.
Alright, so I paused the video right here so you can see that the shaded area is getting bigger, which means we're getting closer to our target. And it's also changed its direction, which means that I'm going to find my target to the right of where I currently am. Okay, so the compass and the portrait have both lit up. That means that I'm in direct line of sight of my target. Alright, so we've gotten close enough to our target and we're within line of sight that you've noticed that the entire compass is now lit up and the portrait has gotten larger. That means that you are very, very close to your target. It is somewhere in the immediate vicinity of where you're at. The easiest way to avoid killing a civilian is to lock onto your target, denoted by the symbol above his head currently. In order to do that, you hold onto the left trigger long enough so that the cursor will actually create a white reticle, and you move that over your target and you let go of the left trigger when you're over it. That means that as you're moving around, running around, or any kind of high-profile moves, you are more likely to kill your target over a civilian.
New sequence reached. Extra time.
Alright, so let's do one more, and this will help to explain some other questions you had. Without locking onto your target, it will focus on the character closest to you and the last one that you happen to focus on using your cursor. Now I'm closest to the target right now, which is why I am locked onto him currently. I could have gotten that kill. But instead of getting that kill, I'm going to move off to the right and purposely kill a civilian to show you what it looks like when you have someone targeted without the lock on. If you notice right now, there is 2 white frame marks above a particular civilian. That is the one that the game says that you are going to attack. And as you move closer to that target, it is going to stay fixated on that one specifically.
Civilian killed.
So you've just killed a civilian. You will notice that there is a small little sword symbol above your head. That means you cannot kill or stun. You are completely vulnerable for that small amount of time, and that is the penalty for killing a civilian.
You have been stunned.
So an emblem is a customizable item. It is purely cosmetic. It has no real bearing on gameplay whatsoever. You can change its appearance and its color, pretty much anything about it, in the menus, and it appears on your player profile and on characters. They're always found somewhere on their body, and we're going to look at the Lady Black. In this case, my emblem is found on her sleeves. And for the physician, the emblem is found on his back. All right, so ability sets. You mentioned not knowing how to customize ability sets. You just go over one tab, and from there you can see every ability set that you've unlocked by leveling up. You will get more customizable ability set options the higher you are in level, and you will also unlock abilities to put in those open ability sets. So I'm not sure if I need to mention this, but you have two ability set options, which is left bumper and right bumper, and your ranged weapon, which is Y. So let's go in and take a close look. By pressing A on the first ability, you can change what that ability is by scrolling through the abilities that you've unlocked. You can also change your ranged weapons in the same manner, your perks, your kill streak, and your loss streak, as well as renaming your ability set, all in this area. Right as you spawn, you will notice in the bottom left-hand corner a small box that contains a shorthand version of your ability sets, as well as a timer. When that timer hits 0, it will lock on to the last ability set it was on, and you are stuck with that ability set. You can change by scrolling left and right using the D-pad.
Then kill them.
So you've chosen your ability set, but that's not the ability set that you were looking for. So to change your ability set in the middle of your gameplay, you're going to press and hold the back button. When you do that, in the bottom left-hand corner above your ability set, you will see the words change abilities, your wallet, which is how much you have in an Abstergo credits, and at the very bottom, press and hold back and A to confirm that you want to change ability sets. Okay, so I've paid the credits, and if you notice there's no more timer, and you can choose at your leisure whichever ability set you desire. So your wallet is found in the top right-hand corner, and that contains your Abstergo credits and your Erudito credits. Erudito credits are denoted by the upside-down triangle. Those cost real money. Most people don't have anything in that, so don't worry about it. The Abstergo symbol in blue is your Abstergo credits. You get those from playing games and just completing games. So at the end of every session, you get usually around 100 to 120 Abstergo credits. They are used for buying abilities, kill streaks, loss streaks, perks, emblems, character customization items, changing your classes. It is the standard currency for the entire game. So your Genet Type concerns how well you connect to other people in the multiplayer. And there are 3 classifications of this: strict, moderate, and open, and are denoted by the colors red, orange, and green, respectively. If you have a strict or moderate NAT, there are videos on YouTube which tell you how to open that up. It has to do with your network settings. It is not specific to this game, and hopefully you'll be able to change it to open if you want to connect to more people. Okay, now your Abstergo grade can be found by going to the ladder. And that grade has to do with your overall ranking individually among everyone in the multiplayer. They determine your rank by Abstergo points, which you get by winning multiplayer matches. How many points you get or how little points you get has to do with the overall ranking of your team and the overall ranking of the opposing team. If you lose games, you will lose points and you will lose your rank. Now, those map files that you unlocked can be found by going to the Animus database and going to Characters and Maps. What you will find in this section just has a small bio of what the maps are, how they came to be, a screenshot of them, and multiple overhead maps. Now, what you're seeing here are the borders for certain game types. The first one is Artifact Assault border. The second one is a Domination border, because there are 3 sections in Domination. And the third one is the Deathmatch single-player play area. Okay, and your last question was, how do you become a pursuer? How do you become a target? This has to do with specific gameplay in either Domination or Artifact Assault. Only 2 modes have this, and they're denoted by a red border, which you see here on my screen. As long as you're on your side of the border, the side in which you started, you are called a pursuer, and you can kill anyone on the opposing team who crosses. They can only stun you. The moment you cross, you are called a target, and you can only stun. You cannot kill any of the opposing team on their side. And it will tell you quite clearly whether you're one or the other, as long as there's nothing else going on.
You are now a target. The opposing team stole your artifact. You are now a target. You are now a pursuer.
Well, I hope that answered all your questions. If I was ambiguous in any way or still unclear, send me a message. I am more than happy to help you out. Anyway, if that answers all your questions, I hope you have fun on the multiplayer. Once you know what you're doing, it is a lot of fun. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I hope to see you on it.